Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. This is Metal Movies and Brewskis, the 60th episode, and I'm your host, Matt Burke. And got a lot of movie news for you this week. This is Metal Movies and Brewskis. So when there's a week full of movie news, it's always fun over here on this side of the screen. Did finish up Daredevil this week. It's the final episode. I don't know if you guys seen it or what. A lot of people have been kind of on the fence about Daredevil. It seems just like, society-wise, fan-wise, there hasn't been a lot of views. It seems like compared to the old show. A lot of people, it seems like they stepped away. I thought it was a pretty good show, though. Pretty lean, not a lot of fat on it. 9 episodes. I guess we're going to go into some spoilers, so if you guys don't want to hear it or whatever, you could skip ahead or come back or something. Hey, what's up, man? What's cracking, Jason? How you doing, brother? I'm going to spoil some Daredevil right now. The Born Again. So we did get to see Punisher and Daredevil have a nice little fight scene. So that was very comic booky. I like that a lot. And that's been the one praise I think about this new show is it's been a lot more comic booky. I'm not saying it's comic book accurate all the way, but it does feel like you're reading a comic book. Not the Born Again comic book either, but it feels like it's, like you're reading just like a random, a comic that you picked up out of the blue with Daredevil and Punisher. And there's a scene where they're in Matt's house or his apartment, they're fighting, and you get a melee Punisher in this one. He uses an axe a lot, but he also has his gun. So there's a lot of shooting through cabinets with guys like right around the corner, like just shooting through like sinks and stuff with dudes right next to him. The scene was very fast, so it's one of those scenes I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch probably like 3 or 4 times because I love that stuff. Side note, like Batman Begins was one of those movies I could not stand as far as like the action fight sequences were in it, but watching it on like a 60-inch TV and like slowing it down, you could see a lot of shit in that movie. Like, and I was one of the guys that would always complain about Nolan's choreography because he kind of zooms out a lot, and he does suck at choreography filming. But if you do watch it, like Batman Begins on a big screen and kind of slow it down a little bit, you could see a lot more of the shit. Bale moves pretty quick in there, especially like at the end of the movie when he's fighting those ninjas on the rooftops that look like Noob Saibot. But back to Daredevil, again, you're getting like more of a melee Punisher in this one. He does have another scene in the movie, a pretty cool scene where he takes on a bunch of these wannabe like they're like this squad, like this hit squad of dirty cops that Wilson Fisk put together, and Frank goes all out on him, man. It's pretty cool. Just kicking some ass. They did catch him, but Kingpin in here, man. What he did to the chief of police in here, he went full like Art the Clown on this motherfucker. He had him sitting in a chair and he just like squished his fucking head together just with all of that, Wilson Fisk Kingpin like strength. Like you see him in the comic books, he's like super, he's got superhuman strength. I mean, you see that a little bit in the other ones, but not as much. You could really see the strength in this character in here, and I thought that was kind of cool. It was fucking gory, and D'Onofrio was talking about that too. He was saying that he was gonna it's going to be like more brutal than the other show. So with that respect, like comparing that to the decapitation he did with that dude with the car door, yeah, him squeezing the chief of police head in. They even have a prop online. I was going to try to squeeze it into the show where they show the chief of police's head, because they use practical effects. So it's pretty wild. But they're filming season 2 right now. I think season 2 is going to be really fucking good, because this one was a Frankensteinian type season where they were trying to sift through the woke shit and kind of piece together stuff and stitch things together. So it was kind of weird. But again, there wasn't a lot of fat on it, but it wasn't as good as the other Daredevil show. I do think that the other Daredevil show on Netflix, though, however, it did have a lot of like kind of padded episodes. But that's cool though, because like that one episode we get with Karen, what's her name? You see her origin story. It's like a whole episode dedicated to her, and that's fine. I'm cool with that. I don't really give a fuck. I mean, they're characters that you're vested in, So, and I think that is the way, current year 2025. My belief is that comic books need to be told through television. Comic books are, the floppy ones, or at least the weekend warrior books that we're going and grabbing every week. It's fucking television, man. It's episodic. That's the stuff that we need that needs to be told through TV, TV shows. And I think that the season finale should be, movie-esque. The budget should be heightened a little bit more, and then put those same characters into a blockbuster summer movie. That way we haven't really seen that yet. The only time that was remotely going to happen, like realistically, was with the Dark Tower series. They were going to do that. They were going to film they were going to have 3 of the main books as movies, and then they were going to do a TV show in between. Then they scrapped the idea, and then they made the Idris Elba movie, which was dog shit. So I think they could do the same thing with Daredevil or something like that. Not all the characters could get probably filmed into a TV show. However, I think there is a glut of superhero movies. I think that they should just narrow them down a little bit, find some really cool characters, and give them a TV show. Maybe give Thor a TV show or Hulk a TV show. Give them a bigger budget, and then just fucking get rid of a lot of movies we do not need. So try out Fantastic Four. We'll see how that's going to be, and then if that's not worthy, I mean, scoot it and boot it. Axe it, and then give some characters that might do better with the bigger budget. I did like the Moon Knight TV show again, but the character was only on screen really in the OG costume for like 10 minutes or something like that, and then he was rocking that like Cogni gangster outfit the whole time, but back to Fantastic Four. We're talking movie news on here. Oh, what's up, Halder? Thanks for stopping by, homeboy. Appreciate you, man. But before we do that, something more important. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. It is early right now. I hope you guys have a blessed Easter. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. He has risen. Yeah, I am a Christian, and we will be hunting for some Easter eggs as well, even though it has nothing to do with it. But I am excited for the Resurrection of the Christ movie by Mel Gibson. It's going to have a little Paradise Lost thrown into it. And yeah, man, praise the Lord and happy Easter. We're going to get into this Fantastic Four trailer. First trailer I saw, or the teaser, I thought it was better. But then there's been more and more like commentary coming out from the actors. And sometimes they need to kind of shut the fuck up. Like they did with Rachel Ziegler. She needed to shut her fucking mouth. She's a kid, though. She's a kid, but she ran her mouth too much, and it really fucked up that whole movie thing with the Snow White. If she wouldn't have talked, the movie would have made a little more money. But the movie was dead on arrival anyway, because they had all the woke propaganda in it and all the stuff that Peter Dinklage was saying about the dwarves, gatekeeping them, kicking the ladder out from behind them. So you had the woke dwarves, you had the woke Snow White, and it was just dead on arrival. But it would have made a lot more money if she wasn't running her mouth so much. So a lot of the few of the actors on here, the Johnny Storm guy is running his mouth about talking shit on some of the character, being a womanizer. I think that they're talking gender bullshit. The chick that's playing Sue Storm. But let's get into the trailer. All right, we're gonna watch the trailer right now. Again, I watched it once, just kind of ran through it. Watched it a second time while I was driving a little bit. Just put it on the background. But I want to just kind of really check it out and see, without getting the stream yanked down too quick. So I'll probably be stopping in between doing like little mid commentaries and whatnot. Let's see here. Share the screen. Boom. Here we go. And
the story 4 brave astronauts head up into space
Okay, Paul.
and come back forever changed.
This car?
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid.
See, like all this is dope, man. This is like you're watching an old. This is like the first Marvel comics. Like you're opening up an old Marvel comic and just kind of watching it come to life. Dig this.
And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
See, look at that. That's like the comic book come to life. You know, looks pretty cool. They all got their own little suits too. They're not all exactly the same. They all got their own little style. You know, little different. Each character's got their own little thing going. Love the tower, man. I think it looks awesome. A lot of people are really digging this too because it has the Incredibles vibes. I love the Incredibles movies. That movie and Mad Men really appreciate the 60s. Like, man, if there was a time in history that I could have lived in, it would have been the 60s. It felt like anybody could get a house. You know, everybody was dressing nice. There's some decent music. Everyone's drinking and smoking, and it just seemed like a good time. But now, in retrospect, I really like the 90s. I think I grew up in the perfect time.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking? Okay. That is fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
And it's like, damn, she's already pregnant. Like, that's quick. You know, they're moving, calling it first steps, but now they're kind of moving into like fourth steps. It's like fourth base already. But they're gonna bring in Franklin Richards. Are they gonna bring in Onslaught that quick? You have Doomsday coming up. Is it gonna be Avengers Onslaught? Is that gonna be the next movie? Because Franklin Richards was the one that took down Onslaught. And if you guys don't know who Onslaught is, it's one of the most metal characters in Marvel. It's an entity that is comprised of Charles Xavier and Eric Lehnsherr Magneto. He's fucking badass. And they need Apocalypse to fight him. Are we gonna get a new Apocalypse? Are we gonna get Oscar Isaacs? Are we gonna get The Rock? You know, a lot of people wanted The Rock to play him. So that's just something to think about. And that's the thing is about Marvel. They like to really really just jam up a lot of storylines into one movie. You know that. So I could see him jamming. I could see him jamming up a Onslaught into the next, not Doomsday, but you know, Avengers Onslaught. I could see that being the next movie. And it does sound kind of cool in a way. But man, that's that. And again, that's the thing. Comic books should be they should be TV, and it's like the budget isn't there. You know. Crazy stuff.
What? You're going to be the best mom in the world. And you are going to be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are going to be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing is going to change.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now.
Yeah, and it's the actress from I don't know if you guys watched that show Ozark. She was in there. She's a good actress. She sells it. She's also in Wolfman. I didn't watch the Wolfman, but I think she's a very good actress. A lot of people are like complaining because it's not Norrin Radd. I would prefer Norrin Radd, but this is another character. You know what I mean? People are saying that it's not comic book accurate, but the MCU isn't fucking comic book accurate, and nor should it be, because again, going back to the episodic reason, you can't do that. You have to basically jam up a bunch of stuff into one movie. And also people want to bring in new things like that. Obviously this was in the woke pipeline when it came out. You had a lot of the female leads of like the female mummy movie, you know, which didn't do that well. And I liked that one a lot. I thought that movie was cool. And I think they were talking about making her husband, which would have been the other mummy, like Imhotep, come in. So I don't know. And again, she is in the comics, you know, but she looks pretty trippy. I think the CGI looks kind of whack. Looked a little better with Doug Jones and also the voice of Lawrence Fishburne in the previous film.
Now marked for death.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Are we safe?
Yeah, he's kind of like, are you safe with Reed Richards? Does he look like he's gonna handle it? But that's the thing, is they're putting a big villain on him for the first movie. You know, again, going really big. Might have been better to go with Doom for the first movie, you know, or Mole Man. That would have been kind of cool, and maybe save Galactus for the third one. That's what I would have done, instead of taking the big chunk of what Fantastic Four is and front loading it into the first movie. That was what the second Hellboy reboot suffered from, was what they put his Howardian heritage, or, you know, his kingship, into that movie. That was like the final thing from Hellboy. You know, it's a complete story. And at the end, he becomes the king of England. He's a descendant of King Arthur, you know, and that's not something you need to know in a first movie. You know, he needs to go through some shit first. So I don't know.
I don't know.
See, I don't know.
There's not enough time.
I'm not giving up. We will face this together.
That looked pretty badass right there. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't like her hair. Because when they drew her in the comics, she had this big, like, wavy kind of like 80s or 90s hair a lot of the time. But Galactus does look pretty cool. And the guy from a lot of the Robert Eggers movies, he's doing the voice of him, the dad from The Witch. So he's got a pretty powerful voice. So
We will fight it together. As a family.
that was a pretty cool little surf move. This right here, if he was to actually pull that chain would get ripped off of that boat, and, you know, and that's also a swipe from Man of Steel.
Has to be us.
That was pretty badass with him running through the walls. I don't know, man. It's crazy. That's the only shot you really get of him stretching around. Like in the other trailers, yeah. Allegedly, they're going to be bringing back the other Fantastic Four. There's rumors that like everybody's going to be in the next two Avengers movies. Like every single actor that's ever been in a Marvel movie pre Phase 1, like Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider's coming back. Ben Affleck's Daredevil's coming back. You know, Blade might be coming back again. Eric Bana's Hulk might be coming back, which I'm going to be there. I'm going to pay for that shit. You know, I'm going to check it out.
We will protect you.
I like this part right here. You see Galactus going through the street. Yeah, that last Fantastic Four, you got to see Doom in there. He got the board, the Silver Surfer board, and he looked pretty badass in there. He looked cool. I was a little kind of let down at the way he looked in the first movie, and then the second reboot of Fantastic Four I thought was dog shit. And Doom, he's like the stepchild of Marvel. He is like the stepchild, half child, backburnt character. He should get his own trilogy. He's like one of the best villains, if not the best villain in Marvel. They really dropped the ball with that, casting Robert Downey Jr. as him. He's obviously going to be in this movie at some point. We don't know what they're going to do, but it's going to be a different version of Tony. We already know that. And but I don't know. I'm definitely going to go check this movie out for $5. For $5, yeah, I'll check it out. A lot of people are getting hating on it for the chick Silver Surfer. It doesn't really bother me that much. You know, I would rather see Norrin Rad in there because he's awesome. I think he needs to get his own movie. You know, that's the thing too. They're always putting him like as a little supporting character in there because there's Galactus. You know, it's like, why don't you give him his own movie? Give him his own movie. I think that would be cool. Saying what's up to Edwin. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. I got some more movie news for you guys. For all you Dread fans out there. There was this dude that dropped this video on YouTube like a week and a half ago about this. And I was like, I don't know. And I was looking for some English guy, and I was looking for some more, you know, a bigger source. Oh, look, we got Mike Barron's Nexus right here with Kelsey Shannon. Got to pick that up. And I wasn't sure, you know, because every, you know, Dread's the crown jewel in every comic book fans. You know, everybody wants the Dread movie sequel or a Dread TV show. So it's like, you know, is it going to happen or not? But now we're getting more and more juice on it. There's more and more steam. Amazon Prime Video may be developing a Dread TV series starring Carl Urban. as the iconic lawman, according to industry rumors circulating online. While unconfirmed by Amazon, sources suggest early discussions are underway with production team behind The Boys. That's what I heard. A hit superhero series for the streamer to revive the cult favorite character. Urban first portrayed Judge Dredd in the 2012 film Dredd, a gritty adaptation of the 2080 comic series that gained a devout fan base despite underperforming at the box office. The actor, now a staple of Amazon's The Boys as Billy Butcher, has long expressed interest in revising the role. Carl Urban is a massive Judge Dredd fan, said Jamie Rixham recently on his podcast, Tachyon Plus. He's been pushing for a project that stays true to the comics, and Amazon seems potential there, especially since this Boys final season is wrapping up. So from what I hear, is that they're wrapping up the last season of The Boys. The same production team that is on The Boys that's working with Carl Urban. They think he's doing a great job over there. They believe that because of him, the show has been a massive success. It's obviously probably him and Anthony Starr, but I think Carl Urban's the one that's really like, it's mostly him. So with Dredd, you could do a fuck ton of stuff with it. You know what I mean? There's so many stories you could do with it. It's like Lobo. You can't really. It's just infinite. You know what I mean? Yeah, give me Judge Death. They were gonna put Judge Death in the original movie, but they didn't have the budget. Yeah, that would be metal as fuck. But they're thinking about using Carl Urban because he wants to do it. They need another big show like The Boys to do that, and what better than Dredd? So they are definitely having conversations about it, allegedly, and I think it's happening. He's been talking about it for a long time. Personally, I kind of hope that they do a little revision. I hope it's not in the same universe as the movie. I mean, although the movie can be arguably one of the best, if not the best comic book movie ever made, and one of the best sci-fi movies ever made, I do want to see a different design of Mega City 1. Stallone's Judge Dredd's Mega City 1 looked way better than Dredd's Mega City 1. I also want to see a little redesign of the costume. I think a little combination of the comic book and the one that he has now. I like the big shoulder pads. Obviously, it's not really realistic, and like you're trying to go around a city and fight people all the time. Because Dredd only sleeps, I think he sleeps like 15 minutes a day. He hooks himself up to a machine and sleeps like 15 minutes, and then he just fucking goes out there. So, but a little something's better than a whole lot of nothing. So, like right here, he's got a whole lot of nothing. You see a little bit of the eagle on one side, and then those little pads. I want to see a little bit more shoulder pads. And then use them, ram them into people like a linebacker. I think that would be pretty cool, or maybe a spike will come out, something. I don't know. They could do a bunch of stuff with it, but I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really hyped up for this. I do have my hopes up. I get my hopes up for stuff now. I don't care if stuff doesn't come out. Oh well. But I used to set my hopes really low. That way I'd never be disappointed. But now I set them high, and I'm still not disappointed. If it doesn't come out, fuck it. I'll watch something else. There's always stuff to watch, but that's some pretty cool Judge Dredd news. We also have some new Superman stuff that just came out too. I think probably about an hour and a half ago. So I want to show you guys a little bit about that. At least it hit me like about an hour and a half ago. You guys probably already seen it, but a little behind the scenes stuff right here from Warner Brothers.
Being a child, I loved the purity of Superman. It was a time when I was starting to understand what movies were.
We'll see what he's going to do. That's, James Gunn talking through here. He always has to make a lot of his movies. They seem like there's always a team in there. So if he's going to do Superman, you're going to have an ensemble. If he did Batman, there's going to be an ensemble. I think he needs to hit up James Wan for Batman.
James didn't know that Superman was in his future. He wasn't sure that was the one he should be doing. And then he called me one day and he said, I have a way in. I know what I want to talk about.
I had been trying to crack it for years. This character is noble and he's beautiful.
We just finished day 1 on Superman.
It's been a hell of a week at the office.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm definitely going to go check this out. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited for July. My birthday's in July. There's Superman's coming out, Fantastic Four. You're going to get Happy Gilmore 2. Also, the Jurassic Park movies coming out. I love me some Jurassic Park, and they're going to have some big-ass mutant dinosaurs in there that are even more mutated than the other movies. So it's going to be a fun month.
His scripts are so unique. His stories, they're heartfelt.
You know, we love the opportunity to play with the incredible DC library of characters and stories, and we really want to do justice for them.
Welcome.
Dude, look like Harry Connick Jr. Oh, look, you got a Metamorpho. I think that's his name. It looks pretty cool. I mean, he's got you got the weird pants on though. Looks like maybe they're gonna like CGI that or something, but he looks cool. I ain't gonna lie. You know, pretty awesome.
To the Daily Planet. It's been so much fun to have the gang together finally.
I wear my trunks on the outside of my pants. Like, it's liberating.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's that's how he looked in the comics. I just think that the suit's a little too baggy on him. Rumor has it that he's going to get a new suit at the end of the movie, something a little more like spandex, kind of like Cavill's suit, which will look way cooler. But after a while, it is what it is. This is what we got. We're just going to have to deal with it for whatever, for a minute, I guess.
James in his stories, he does it with heart.
Superman is a character who's good.
Who is filled with hope. He saves people because it's the right thing to do. We could use a little bit more of that.
Superman was my original superhero, and it started in comics.
One thing I think is kind of interesting about the new DC film universe is that this cat right here, Rick Flag Sr., he's in the cartoon, the Creature Commando. So he's in there. So the characters could come in and they could jump out of the cartoon and jump right into the movies, and it's on the similar timeline, I think. So that's kind of cool. I always thought this guy would have made a really good Punisher too. If Bernthal wasn't in it, I think this guy would be pretty cool. Another thing too about the Punisher, man, he needs to shoot some more guns. And I think that what's his name, Jay Bernthal, he yells a lot. The Punisher is a little more cool and collected, but that's his Punisher. He could do that and whatever, and then maybe we can get a new one and he could kind of chill and be a little more cool and calculated.
And I think it's going to be a game changer.
This is the beginning of the future. They are launching a new era right now.
It's the beginning of a whole new adventure and a whole new universe.
I thought that guy was British. I wonder if he's just going around like speaking in English, like American accent all the time, probably to just kind of stay in the character. They showed some big like robot looking dude walking around. There's a lot of like characters in this movie. I think Nathan Fillion's has potential to be pretty funny in here though, as Guy Gardner, or not Guy Gardner, I forgot his name. The other guy, Green Lantern. His name escapes me at the moment.
We're just getting started, and we're already deep in the DC universe. In James Gunn, we trust, and I think we can do it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't know if that movie is gonna be able to save the comic book movie market. We'll see what happens. It's gonna have to have a lot of cool action in it, great story. I don't know, man. It's a lot on his shoulders. They've already axed a bunch of movies. I was really looking forward to the Swamp Thing movie by James Mangold, director of the Wolverine and Logan. He's not going to do it. It was going to be a one-off. That was, instead they're doing a fucking Clayface movie, Clayface. I don't know. Swamp Thing would have been better. I also hear recently too, Vincent D'Onofrio wants to play Swamp Thing. So a lot of people are a big fan of the Alan Moore run. So maybe, I don't know, but yeah, man. And then there's more news too that just came down that you guys don't know, it might be old or new to you, is that Matt Reeves, the director of the Batman, he's getting I think he's really sick right now, and he's saying if the movie gets delayed one more time, he's going to step away from the project. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but some crazy stuff going on, man, in the world of comic book cinema. Got some metal news for you guys. let's see here. We got a Kiss, man. Gene Simmons. They were supposedly like not going to play ever again, but I guess they're going to start playing shows. Gene Simmons confirms Kiss will play without makeup in Las Vegas. We will hold true to our promise. Gene Simmons spoke to a Las Vegas Review-Journal about Kiss's upcoming performance without makeup at Virgin Hotels, Las Vegas, as part of a 3-day Kiss Army Storms Vegas event, which runs from November 14th through November 16th. So looks like Kiss is still playing shows. They just don't want to, wear all the shit anymore. That's understandable. That's understandable. I wouldn't want to sit up there in a bunch of paint, singing and playing. Hell no, fuck that. That's you got to be a whole nother type of musician to do that, performer to do that. It's a lot of work. So, but you can only go so long without wanting to play that instrument. I tell you, especially if you're used to doing it for as long as they've been doing it. And I knew that was probably going to be like a little gimmick from Gene Simmons. He's all about the gimmicks and making money somehow. The schemes and the scams. So, got another little bit of news for you from the Six Gun Gorilla front. Boy, Preston Azevedo and Brian Christgau. He got a little update on the Twatters I saw today, a few hours ago, actually. I've been running around all day, doing all kinds of stuff, Chuck E. Cheese and Taekwondo. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Kiss was caught faking it. Faking it till you're making it. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Timothy Olsen? How you doing, man? Yeah, Misfits. Yeah. He's getting a lot of heat right now, too. Danzig's getting a lot of heat. He's getting a lot of heat for some shit. I don't know. Some German iconography that he's putting in some of his poster artwork. But yeah, I don't think it's anything crazy. I think people are just trying to find shit to complain about. But on the Six Gun Gorilla front, underway, we got some new artwork on the campaign right now. So if you guys haven't backed, if you guys watching or fans of Preston Azevedo, there is some out there that love buying his work, and there actually is some original artwork tiers up on here. Original penciled art from issue 10 by Preston Azevedo. You got the Gorilla versus Zeppelin piece right here. It's page 10. It's pretty cool. You got the art from let's see, another page right here. Yeah, man, this is cool. Cool stuff. His pencils are really, really, really detailed. A lot of different shades. I like that one too. He's swinging the hook around. It's actually this one that's adjacent to it on the page. So this page right here, the color one, this is the artwork right here. It's $300, but it's original art. And yeah, man, worth every penny of it. This guy's getting bigger and bigger by the day, man. He's you're going to be seeing him a lot more in media throughout not just our sphere but others, and a lot of the metal community. You're going to see him a lot as well. So it's a pretty cool investment, I would say. Hey, how's it going, Flip City Mag? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Had her on a couple weeks back. Go check out her mag. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, they were caught lip singing. Yeah, that happens a lot, man. A lot of people do that. I don't know why. I mean, I guess you the bigger they are, the more that more of a chance that they could use the the track playing in the background. I know a lot of bands would do it too, though. Like even if like say you're doing a song with like multiple layered vocal tracks, or you have like a choir in the background and you can't have someone sing backups for you, they would do that. That I'm not a big fan of, but I'll allow it, But just straight up lip singing, like, come on, bro, that's a lot, Me, I'm all down with like, it's better like if I mean, well, people pay money, dude, and then they want to go see the show, and then the singer can't sing that night. I could see that's their reasoning behind it, but it's like at the same time, it's like give them a refund or just go up there and sing like shit. You know, just do your best. I guess I would rather, if it was me and I was like ready to go to the show, I'd rather just hear him sing like shit, to be honest, bro. Because there was probably, you know, just check out the other talent that's playing earlier. I'll just hear him singing it all horse. That's the only way I can think about it. Let's see here. I challenged Brian to a character battle royale, 6 Gun Gorilla versus Melvin. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Let's see here. I think they're not hungry anymore, so they are lazy. Yeah, no, that's what I always say, man. If an artist isn't starving, then an artist isn't hungry. Yeah. For sure, man. Yeah, man. So if you guys want, thanks for dropping the links in the chat, Halder. I really appreciate it, man. Halder, that work you've been doing, man, on the skull is badass. You got like a really precise memory, then, like just the way you could see stuff and put it right there. I used to draw like that too when I was a kid, but I didn't do it with like the precision that you did. I love the way that how you measure it out, and it's really cool. But yeah, that's kind of how I do stuff. I was on a stream the other day with Dan Plagle, and he was saying he used to do like 10 pages a day. And he's like, yeah, but I do fantasy stuff. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you do. 10 pages a day. Like, what's, you know, I'm trying to pick his brain, you know, I'm trying to figure out like, what is he doing to knock out 10 pages a day? And he does all traditional, you know? And one of the things he was doing is he doesn't do layouts, you know? Like for me, I do layouts on just regular like printer paper, you know? Well, I don't have them right here, but like that, you know, I do layouts like that. Like if it's an 11 by 17, I'm gonna do it like that, like for a cover or something. But if it's like a it's 11 by 17, I'm gonna do it like that, you know. There's one I'm working on with Brian. But what Plagle does is he just does the layout right on 11 by 17. He doesn't transfer it over. Some people will do it and then they'll light box it. And it's all about cutting out those middleman steps, you know? So I'm like, damn, I'm going to try that, you know? It's kind of scary in a way. You're just going to go on there and you're going to do that, you know? But I'm like, I see people do it. I see Callie Jones do it. I've seen Ethan do it, you know? And especially with like fantasy and things like that, I could probably do that. And if you're dealing with like some organic building materials in there, stones and things like that, I might be able to get away with that. So I'm definitely trying. It was a real inspiring conversation I had with Plagle. I got to pick that guy's brain some more. Supposed to meet up with homeboy. He's got some bookstore he wants to show me out here. Melvin, I accept. I mean, yeah, not a fan. Yeah, no, a lot of people aren't. You know, he kind of fell off a bit. But I got some. What do we got right here? I got something for you guys. I got a little something for you guys. You guys probably already know about this. Again, there's a lot of movie news. Coming out this week. TV shows, things of that nature. And I got something for you. I think it's definitely something you should hold your ears over. Star Wars Celebration, Darth Maul animated series coming to Disney. Yeah, Darth Maul is metal as fuck. I'm sorry, guys. He looks like something right out of fucking Tolkien or a metal album cover. I didn't really follow his journey through like the Clone Wars TV show or any of the new movie stuff. I watched that first movie that I forgot what the name was. It right? I don't know. Force Awakens. I didn't really like it. I wasn't really feeling it. And then I saw the second movie. Part of that, wasn't feeling that either. I didn't like how like what they did with Luke Skywalker. He's just like chugging down like soy off of that beach, like alien land whale. Didn't like that. So I kind of just stepped away. I wasn't really a big fan of, what they did with the Darth Vader villain. I thought Adam Driver's a good actor and he's worthy of being a villain in the movie, but I thought they could have done a little something different with the character. And I think that the design of Kylo Ren's like helmet is very boring and lazy. Could have done something more epic. But anyways, Darth Maul, he was always one of my favorites. I don't know, man. My favorite, yeah, man. I don't know. I really like that Phantom Menace movie. I like that end fight scene that with the Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor. That shit's hard, bro. Like, so when they said he was gonna do a TV show, they're gonna do a TV show about him. I've seen this during this week. It's gonna be animated. The popular character who first appeared in 1999 Star Wars: The Phantom Menace will headline Maul, the Shadow Lord, a new animated series from Disney Plus. It was announced at Star Wars Celebration on Friday. Let's go down right here. As a character, Maul is shown to have unexpected lasting power. He made for a fearsome and memorable appearance, but thanks to his unique look and double-edged lightsaber, the latter blowing the minds of fans who first saw him on screen in The Phantom Menace, played with aerobatic agility by Ray Park, the Sith Lord, even managed to prove actually deadly, killing Qui-Gon Jinn, played by Liam Neeson. But he also died when he was cut in two by the young Obi-Wan Kenobi. But Lucasfilm, sorry guys, but Lucasfilm couldn't keep a good bad guy down, and the character was resurrected, albeit cybernetically, in the animated series The Clone Wars. Yeah, and he had like the body of a, I think like scorpion type body or arachnid with the latter, plus the animated series Star Wars Rebels. Maul was the dependent and built out of a with a rich history involving a whole crime underworld and compelling story arcs. Yeah, see, that sounds interesting. The news of Maul series came during a panel looking at making or marking the 20th anniversary of Lucasfilm's animation division, which in many ways kept Star Wars mythology going during some lean years in the aughts and early 2010s. Yep, that shit's probably, I mean, yeah, that shit. Better than all the new trilogy, you know. I can just tell you, I watched just a couple of the Rebel show and then the old Clone Wars. The panel looked at the early days of the animation division, and Filoni talked of working closely with Star Wars creator George Lucas, who held animation in his highest esteem and pushed for the development of now commonly used techniques and pre-visualization. The duo also showed a never-before-seen clip in previds form of a sequence that never made it into the Clone Wars series. Well, there's a lot of talking about Clone Wars, but it looks like we're gonna get a Darth Maul show, guys. I've seen like the new, font for it and everything. The new logo looks pretty cool. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it looks really cool. Okay, you dissed your cover. Yeah, no, he just talks shit, dude. That's part of his. He's, you know, yeah. I mean, he's a shit talker. Thank you. I just go as slow as I need to get it as accurate as I can. I think I'm getting a bit better now compared to my earlier sketches. The lines are more accurate. Just going by eye now. No, that's good, man. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, check out Tim's books right here. Yeah, Melvin's a pretty dope looking character. I like him because he reminds me of like when I look at him, like that's He-Man and John Rambo and Matrix, John Matrix, like kind of all smashed together. And also, the Man of Iron or Brass. I always forget the old Doc Samson. Yeah, the first Man of Steel, the first Metal Man. For Superman had a Fortress of Solitude. Never made a movie of him either, man. Like, they really need to get in there and redo that. All that stuff. We got some more Star Wars news for you guys. More Star Wars news. I saw this today. So I don't know if you guys, again, a lot of news coming down the pipe lately, man. And it's all good. All good in the hood, as they say. And this movie is, let's see here. This one's called Starfighter. When I saw it, I was like, oh, they're going to remake The Last Starfighter. But no, Ryan Gosling's playing a brand new character in the Star Wars universe. It's going to be a new movie coming out from the director of Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay, so I'm hoping that they're going to be making this this new character that's probably going to be something like Han Solo, someone like that, maybe with like cross between Star-Lord and Han Solo, or something even better, maybe like a Lobo bounty hunter. I don't know. Who knows what they're going to do? They might just make him a pilot, because I read the article right here. They don't really have any information other than it's just, he says it's, it's a good script. That's what Ryan Gosling's saying, basically. I think he just wants to work with this guy because he did a good, Deadpool movie, so he's probably like, fuck it, dude, I'm going to work with this guy. and that's what we need, man. We need Star Wars movies that are not like woke as fuck, politically driven movies to send their politics in there. They just need to be fun, movies. The one movie I did like was Rogue One. I love that scene at the end. Real quick, I'm gonna jump back to Maul. Love the idea of a Maul TV show. Live action, I think, would have been better. They should have brought Ray Park back. They should let him voice the role. It's fucking stupid that they don't let him voice the role. The same thing that happened to Judge Doug Jones with Abe Sapien on the Hellboy movies. Finally gave it to Homeboy. They need to give Ray Park the role. They need to let him voice it too. And if they don't like it, put a little voice effect on his voice or something. Who gives a fuck? Or make it a live action show. They also should have made a Vader TV show. People that would print money, man. Have Hayden Christensen be in there. They kind of did that with Solo a bit, but I would watch a whole TV show just on Vader. That'd be so fucking metal. But this, who knows what they're gonna do? Who knows what they're gonna do? It's Starfighter, so he's probably just gonna be like one of the rebel Starfighter dudes. He's probably just gonna be like a regular Joe, out there. It's a real blue forgive me, blue collar dude. Like just a regular rebel, Starfighter guy. That's a cool name for a show too, but I kind of hope not. I want to see something. I don't know. I want to see something a little different, man. I want to see kind of like a Han Solo type character, going around and just doing stupid shit, having fun out there. Punk Rebel Music. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yeah, the Maul logo looks good. It does, right? It does. I think it really suits it, and he's probably one of my favorite characters. I remember I was young when I watched that. And I remember hearing the information that, that wasn't his voice, and I'm like, they like to do that. They did that with James Earl Jones, it fit, but I always thought Ray Park could just do the voice, even if he did it in his normal, I know he's got the little voice. I don't give a fuck. Even if it's Cockney or whatever type of dialect he's doing, let him do it. It'll be fine. It might, doesn't matter to me. I don't know. To me, there's just like a connection when an actor does the voice. It really irks me. So I don't know, but yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by. Drawn Sword Graphics. If you guys can't or haven't, go sub to his channel. He's got some metal ass artwork, some killer books coming. I gotta pick up those books too, man. Out there in the Middle Earth. Yeah. So that's let's see here. How do I feel about the Naked Gun? Oh, I'm excited about that. That's another movie. I love me some Liam Neeson, bro. I love me some Liam Neeson way more than Leslie Nielsen. I'll tell you that. 1, 2, it looks faithful and funny, and it's a fucking cartoon, dude. It's the Naked Gun's always been Mad Magazine, Merry Melodies, Tom and Jerry. 3, it's a sequel. All right, he's Frank Drebin's son. They're already making fun of OJ in there, and they got OJ's son in there, so it's a sequel, bro. Yeah. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great movie. I think it's going to make a lot of money too. Yeah. Yeah. It was funny, dude. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm a little on the fence usually about legacy sequels, because part of me is like, yeah, I like the nostalgia. It does bring me back. And then the other half of me is like, is this a cash grab or is it going to be a good movie? And then 3, it's like, it just needs to be a good experience. I don't watch movies under a microscope. Okay. I try not to. No matter what, whenever I'm watching a movie, I'm already dissecting it, editing the movie, looking at stuff, and I don't even like that. I have to physically keep telling my brain, stop it, Matt. Just watch the fucking movie. Eat your popcorn, drink your beer, or sip your soda, and watch fucking movie. So I really just try not to watch a movie through a microscope and really, the same thing with comics too, man. It's the same fucking thing. You got motherfuckers reviewing books all the time, and they're just picking out stupid bullshit. Right? I don't do that too much. I just kind of read the book, just flip through it and get it over with. It's a comic. You're not supposed to sit there and fucking go at it with the surgical knife and pick apart every little thing. All right, just and it doesn't. I don't know. A lot of people do that. I go right through it. And if it's immaculate, groundbreaking art, something I haven't seen in a while, then yeah, I'll go back and reread it or go back and look at the art more. But I'm not going to sit there and if it's whatever, dude. It's entertainment, it's just, you go through it. Let's see here. Wait, did you pick up Melvin 0-3? I've never even read Melvin. I am gonna get it though eventually. I promise. And I want to get the I don't do digital, so I'm going to get the physical media. I don't do digital, man. It's not my thing. I like to hold the comic in my hand, and read it and then review it. You know what I mean? If possible, I like to do that all in one sitting. That way, it's fresh in my mind. I'm in there. I'm in that world. It's an immersive experience, and that's when I do it. And I don't critique books. I review them. For me, critiquing is pulling out the scalpel and get in there and and everyone has a right to do that. But for me, a review is different than a critique. Even though they're both kind of the same thing in a way, but they're not to me. Like a review is like you're just reviewing, going over it, talking about things that are happening and things that you like about it. However, should there be critics out there critiquing the fuck out of our work? Hell yeah, that's how we're gonna get better. Let's see here. Comics are supposed to be fun. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, Melvin. Okay. Oh hell yeah, man. That's a good deal right there. Awesome deal. All right, so we got another campaign that's out right now. We're talking comics, so I might as well show this right now. This book looks fucking awesome. It looks metal. It's not funded yet, and it's criminally underfunded. The book looks really original, something fresh. It's a type of a book that I think that people should be getting behind. A lot of books nowadays are just not getting the attention they should for a multitude of reasons. Doesn't really matter why. Well, I don't know. Maybe it does a little bit, but we'll watch that in a second. Let's see here. But this one, this is definitely a book that should be getting some more eyes, and it's called Gemini Crushers. So this is it right here. We'll go ahead and play the trailer real quick. That was fun. Pretty awesome, man. I like that trailer. But yeah, Gemini Crushers, man. 32 pages, full color, comic book filled with action, mystery, fantastic looking art, and amazing colors. And it is. You got an awesome cover right here by the Adam, or was it Alan Goldman? Yeah, Alan Goldman. Probably the best penciler, one of, if not, the best or one of the best pencilers in the scene right now. And they did a really good job coloring him right now. His work looks so good just in pencil form, like Preston's. Some people just, oh man, they could probably just do like books with just pencils. So the story, 800 years ago, the island was invaded by monsters that fell from the sky. So the legend says, at the brink of total annihilation, the land was saved by beings from the stars. So you got this awesome artwork in here, guys. Just look at that. It's a metal album, just ready to go, Aliens, and you got these like bio mech aliens. A lot of Geiger influences in here. You got Howardian influences in here, I think of like just a lot of cool like comics and movies and tales. I love this this alien right here. It's very, very Cronenberg, kind of feels like a little bit of like The Fly or something, like body horror through Cronenberg. A little bit of Transformers. Yeah, man, a little bit of Lovecraft. Just like really cooked up, man. This is biomech weaponry. Look at that. Just look at that. Imagine the pencils on that too. You can just see all the detail in there. Oh man, love that shot. Yeah, like this too. Little throwback to Lord of the Rings with the ring wraith looking over the four hobbits. I think that's a throwback to that, an homage. So Yeah, definitely, guys, come and check this book out. I'll put the see if I can get the link. Look at the description. Yeah, Medalist. Yeah, right there. Let me get the link real quick for Gemini Crusaders. Throw that in the chat for you. If you guys haven't seen The Passion of the Christ, I recommend that. That's let's see here. Pretty crazy movie. Let's see here. Let's try that. Fitting movie to watch today and tomorrow. Go back this book, guys. Gemini Crusaders. And with that being said, got a little. You guys probably seen it. We got some Vader, some new Vader. We were speaking of Darth Vader a little bit ago, and Vader's got a new song. You know, really digging this. It's an old band. They're still rocking and rolling, heavy. The vocals sound pretty fucking dope, just really raw. You know, I love the vocals in here. I heard like the first maybe a minute and a half or so, but this is Vader's Unbending. Pretty cool way to just start it up, you know. Nice little melodic intro coming into some build up. So hard hit beat.
One person never really passes, and taken not very well. A wave of known experiences.
Yeah, you don't really hear people doing vocals like that anymore, you know. Let's see, here we go. Yeah, right. Hey, what's up, Omer? How you doing, brother? Yeah, but yeah, people don't really do vocals like that. Like, I don't know, they kind of, I just think the rawness of it, dude. It doesn't sound like he ain't cupping the mic. He's not doing like a bunch of different, you know, crazy, like, he's not trying. He just sounds badass.
Suffering in pain, you've never been to the knee. Awakens so I can see. Surreal, whispering voices. Pleasure and ecstasy. The earth seems in the emptiness. Years of loss and growth. It's so suspect we've been down.
Yeah, seems like this is just a fucking hard hitting song, dude. It's got that same kind of beat going through it. Pretty cool.
Troubling is chaos. So hear me now.
I like that fucking solo right there. I mean, it could be a solo. I don't know. I've never heard the song, but I like the way it sounds. And it's funny too, because when you're listening to a song, this is a short song too, and you're like, what are they gonna do with that amount of time in it? Yep, it's a solo. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh yeah. Nice. That was a nice transition right there. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to check out more of these guys. This new album. Like, I I always love seeing it when like bands have been around forever and they're still putting out bangers. Like, oh, let's check out this whole album then, you know. See, it was short and sweet. The song was only 2 minutes and 47 seconds, and it packed a lot of stuff in there. It didn't really have like a chorus or nothing like that. There's a band that's like that. There's a lot of bands like that, but I think it's always cool when people could when bands can pull it off. But there's this one band called Skeleton Witch. Their songs are like, I think they're like 2 minutes, and it's just like blackened thrash metal, and it kind of just switches it up the whole time. It's just like a quick progressive blackened thrash metal song. This was just like a heavy, you know, hard hitting metal song right here for me, you know. I don't know. I don't like putting this isn't, well, you know, again, you know, there was some old death metal bands, you know, like it's a when you start talking about older metal bands, it gets kind of hairy and it gets very heated. You know, some people consider this death metal, some people might not. You know, it gets kind of who was the first black metal band? That's a big thing too. You know, but for me, this is just some heavy metal. Like that's, you know, and then it could also go down into like what's the lyrical content. You know, the death. You know, a lot of people consider Cannibal Corpse the first death metal band, or some people say it's Morbid Angel. I don't know. There's a whole like that's a whole another YouTube channel. Let's see here. Yeah, saying what's up. So got a little bit of a little something for you guys right here. I think you might get a kick out of it, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it's about. Get your pitchforks ready. Indrid Cold. So on the thumbnail, I have this smiling man. Some people use that for their albums. Some people use that for describing or, you know, using this cryptid. Indrid Cold, commonly known as the Smiling Man, is an allegedly humanoid entity. The nickname comes from the being's tenacity or tendency to smile at almost everyone that encountered him. It is said that he still visits West Virginia to this day. It's kind of creepy. Description: the grinning man is reported to be human-like in appearance, though is commonly associated with UFO activity and is sometimes believed to be an alien. It is also believed to be possessed that he is connected with the Men in Black. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you guys don't know about the Men in Black, they're a government agency. I know we all know about the movies, but they're based on actual Men in Black that would, you know, well, go check them out. It's a real spooky thing. So in his first sighting, he was described as being over 6 feet tall and wearing a reflective green suit with a black belt. He had a dark complexion and a small, beady eyes set apart. He was described as not having any nose, ears, or hair. In his second known encounter, his suit was said to be blue instead of green, but still retained its reflective property. Other than that, he was described as looking perfectly natural with slick black hair, kind of like Johnny Cash, maybe, huh? A coat with the top two buttons unbuttoned and having pants lighter than the coat, but still the same material. He was also described as being quite tan, although not dark, and not looking like any normal human being. According to reports made by Woodrow Darren Berger, Indrid Cold came from a planet named Lanulos. Okay, let's say that again. Lanulos in the Ganymedes galaxy. And there were two other grinning men by the name of Demo Hassan and Carl Ardu. Oh, this is fucking crazy. Let's see. The first sighting, Indrid Cold, was first seen on October 16th in 1966 when two boys, Martin Mouse Menov and James Jimmy Yankchitis or Yanktitis, I don't know, in New Jersey. They were walking on 4th Street when they saw a surreal figure standing near a fence. As they walked closer, the figure was tall, bald, and wearing a metal green suit. Damn, a metal green suit. Huh. Was staring right at them with a huge grin. This idiosyncratic man chased them. He chased them until they got away from him. UFO sightings were also reported around the same area. Jimmy nudged me and said, "What's this guy standing behind you? Or who's this guy standing behind you?" I look around and there he was, behind the fence, just standing there. He pivoted around and looked right back at us. Then he grinned a big old grin. According to Nightmind, okay. The boys only recalled the more frightening details of their encounter later on. They would recall that the man in the green suit was unusually tall and had unnatural facial features, such as the lack of ears and a nose. Even though more sources mentioned the New Jersey sighting, Indrid Cold and the grinning man could be completely different entities. So I don't know. That's pretty creepy. You know, the guy's just chasing you down. You could look up Indrid Cold though. It's out there on the interwebs. Let's see here. Have you heard of the band Polyphia? No, I have not. Are they what genre are they? You know, we were talking about like metal genres. I don't get hurt. You know, a lot of people get really I have fun with metal, man. I don't take it too seriously. A lot of people do. I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like that's for me. We got to have genre names to really kind of explain stuff. You know, because some things do sound like blackened thrash metal. You know. You know, and some bands, you know, like Gent, you know, that's another thing. Some brands are progressive. You get progressive death metal, you know. Like for me, the first progressive death metal band was Death, you know, Chuck Schuldiner. You know, it's like when you mix jazz or the band Rush with Cannibal Corpse or Morbid Angel and Nile. That's another, you know, then you get technical death metal. Okay, here we go. Earlier stuff was like technical metal, super complex. Yeah, you know. I like that stuff, man. Got to be in the right mood for all the different types, you know. Real fun stuff. I'm gonna do a quick little shill for myself because fuck it, why not? This week or over like the last month or so, I'd go on Omerglitch show and do a little fan art. I was doing some for buddy Buzz Edwin Azevedo. He's got a character called Bloodbone. And Bloodbone. So anyways, I did a little fan art, and then I basically took some pictures while I was making it, and then I slapped some metal on it. One of my favorite bands, Soilwork. You know, they got a lot of fun songs, so I did that on here, and let's see if we can play this. You guys could gonna be putting out a new Bloodbone book too pretty soon. So really love the design of the character. This big hulking beast. Yep. So pretty much it, man. It's fun to do fan art, man. I love doing that. Getting stuff out there, drawing stuff that's like only been drawn a few times, you know. Especially like the indie stuff and things like that, you know. I don't know, man. Like you could do stuff that's like you know, like Batman and things like that. I think it's good to do both. But I really love doing fan art that you know, is indie stuff. I think it's the best. It's the best. Let's see here. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Nice tools. Oh, thanks, man. I just used just a ruler. I got this like clear pink one that most people have. right there. Then I have another one too, a thin 12-inch one, so I can do different ones. And then I just use mechanical pencil, just like a regular Pentel one. You know, I have a couple of different ones that I use. I'm using these really trendy Tombos that everybody's using right now. Those are really cool. Whenever I'm at the store, I buy a pack. They're usually like $6 for the two. I really like the blue one, the hard tip one. I like that one a lot. So I end up using the black one first, just to kind of. I figure, well, I'm better with the blue tip, you know. So I figure I'm trying to get okay, I got that, and I don't want to overuse that one. So I'll use the black one and try to get better using this one, you know. So there's that. I also use the pencil. Let me see if I have it right here. Yeah, just that pen that everybody uses, the brush pen. I use that too for like dry brush. I like that a lot too. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I use. Oh, and then some whiteout. I use I use a lot of Pentel stuff. I was using this for a while, this Uniball one. And then there's also the but I didn't use it on that piece. This piece I used Pentel whiteout. But there's also the Posco white paint. I got a pack of like three pack with 3 different sizes in them. Now I use the 2 big ones so far. I don't like those so far. My inks bleed through that. So I need something that's probably gonna have to start just using white paint, just straight up white paint. But I do have a small Posco one, so I'm gonna give that one a try and see how that one works out. Because sometimes I like adding whites at the very end, you know, rather than kind of doing it. So if I want to make some if I want to redraw something with the white, if I want to put some lettering, I use the white out. If I want to put some blood, I use the white out. If I want to add some lighting, I use the white out. You know, so a lot of the older cats, you know, the OGs, they use white paint. So I'll probably end up doing that. And then I'm probably going to start using these Winsor Newton brushes. I got a fuck ton of them. Brand new. I haven't even used them yet. And then also I got start using these some more nibbies. You know, start scratching these up. I saw a post online. By Canales, he gets the I think it was a by Canales. He gets the calligraphy pins. Then he rips the nib out, and then he I think he uses calligraphy nibs and puts them in to nib holders. Not the calligraphy. He doesn't use the calligraphy holders. He uses a different type of holder. So. Yeah, I love talking about that shit. I'm gonna start doing that more on my other channel, probably like at the end of this year, next year. Right now, I'm just talking a bunch of like random thought processes and things we could do inside of the cartooning independent, not market, but scene. You know what I mean? Things to help everybody. You know what I mean? I would do it on this channel, but I kind of want to just have that separate from this one. Let's see here. My most used pencil is a 0.3 Nick Pro brand mechanical pencil, but I've been trying out a Staedtler 0.3 on my latest sketch. Nice. Yeah, Staedtler is an awesome brand. That's another thing I use too. I use the blue lead too. If I know like I'm gonna have a whole kind of organic piece where it's just gonna be, you know, there's not too much stuff involved. I really like using that. Again, like I was talking about Kelly Jones earlier. He does that a lot. You know, and he says page a day. That's it, dude. You got to do a page a day. And I think that's the way to go if you can do it, you know, even if you have a job, if you could try to knock out a page a day, you know, so, you know, the blue lines, and that's probably a good way to do it. Blue line. And then maybe a little bit of the mechanical stuff too. Because 9 out of 10 times the layout I have in my head, I end up using that anyway. I don't go and like keep redoing layouts. It's like the same thing. So I'm like, if I can 9 out of 10 times just put the layout right on the 11x17 rather than doing it on a digital, like doing it digital or doing it like on a piece of paper or something. If I could cut that out and just most like 90% of the time just nail it, boom, boom, I'll save myself tons of time. And then I could just, if I fuck it up, I'll just throw away the Bristol. It's $1 to buy a Bristol paper, 11x17. They're about $1 each. Just fuck it, throw it away. Or I'll draw on the back. You could draw on the back of it and make some fan art on the back. That way you're still saving the picture. And if someone, maybe you give it away and someone's like, oh, what's this? I'm like, oh, that was a thumbnail for some book I was drawing. You know, maybe they might dig it. you know. So I don't know. That was a little show for me. I'll do that sometimes. I like to work on my stuff and then do a do some fan art. It's good to do fan art of indie stuff, guys. But it's, you know, and I think it's also good to do stuff that's not indie, you know, because there's there's fan bases out there. There's cultures of different things, you know. You're gonna go do a Lord of the Rings piece, a Conan piece, a piece of the Shadow. You're gonna go do Weapon X. You got obviously Marvel, DC shit, you know. People are gonna look at that. Maybe you do a piece that people really like, you know, and then they want to follow you as an artist, and they might start maybe looking at your art more and following you on Twitter. It's hard to get followers now too. I've noticed a lot of people will like your stuff, but they won't follow you. So it's hard to get them like locked in, because the more people that follow you, the better. Because when you're doing a tweet now, you're going to have more people that might potentially retweet it or not, you know. So you want to get your follower count built up. You want to get all that built up. I think like the rule of thumb is if you do drop a piece of artwork on like Twitter or something like that, if you get like around 50 likes, that's like a pretty good engagement. You know, that's like, oh, okay, I might be able to launch a campaign now, like a reasonable comic book campaign, you know. And you got to have people that are kind of like there with you. They're kind of like, they kind of like your work, you know, or they're, you know, they want to support you either or, you know, like, oh, I like this guy, he's cool, you know, I'm going to buy his book, or I'm going to buy some art from him, or I like this guy's work, he's an asshole, but his work's cool. But they're there to show up to get your stuff, and you got to do that all alone, you know. You don't depend on anybody else, you know. Let's see here. Nick Pro is an Amazon budget brand, but their stuff is decent. It was $20 for a full set of mechanical pencils with a bunch of refills, leads, and erasers. No, that's cool, man. It was weird. I was at Target today. I don't know if you guys have Target out there, Halder, where you're from, but I don't know. I just don't know. I know Drawn Swords over in Middle Earth, but I just say Middle Earth because it's more metal than the actual place you're from. So I gotta say Middle Earth. But yeah, man. This one Target, I went to 3 different Targets today, and one of them had like an awesome like Pintel. Here we go again, me with my Pintel. But they had an awesome mechanical Pintel with a cool eraser and then the perfect lead, all like one packet. And I haven't seen that before. Another thing too, I use is those Moo erasers. That's like the best brand for me, Moo. It seems like so many. Oh man, it's like one of the worst things for me about making comics is erasing and all my ink just getting sucked up off the page, you know, and having to go back and re-inking stuff. I hate that. And a lot of times when I go back and re-ink, sometimes I'll just fuck up my line work, you know. So it's hard. It's a hard thing to master, you know. So you really got to I have to really pick and choose what I do and what lines I want to hit. And so what I do now is I draw the piece, and then I'll go in there with that netted eraser and just erase as much as I can, to where I could still kind of see the details. Then I'll go in there and ink it, and then I'll hit it with the Moo after that second time. And then it's been working out. And I got that from the French artist that does sorry guys, Undertaker. His name, I can't pronounce his name anyway, but he's a badass artist, dude. I got to pick up his books. There's so many books I want, but he does the Undertaker book. It's a bande dessinée BD book. And I asked him, like, I'm always trying to, again, I love the craft, and I always love the you know, like the whole how everybody attacks a page and what they do with the erasing and what they're doing with inks, how many erasers they use, what erasers they use. Because once you find it, I mean, there's like kind of like the best stuff, you know, like microns are the kind of the best multi-liners. I mean, Copics are good too, but it's a toss. Like I will snap the fuck out of a Copic. Like I put too much pressure on it. So sorry guys, I'm rambling on over here. I do got some movie trailers for us. Let's see here. We had a Target in my city, but I think it closed down a year ago. Oh snap! Yeah, I got them out here, man. There's so many of them, bro. Like they're all over the place, you know. Yeah, that sucks. Target's pretty cool. I mean, they got a lot of woke crap in there, but I mean, sometimes it's like I gotta go to the store, man, and buy shit, you know. What do you do? You know. And also dickblick.com, they have a fuck ton of shit on there. But yeah, I got another trailer for this movie. It's a lot of people don't want to see it. I want to see it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see it. You know. And every trailer I see of the movie, I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Could it have been better? Would it have been better if they recasted this character? Yes, but I still want to see the movie. And this is the second it's the second teaser for it, and this is for the Toxic Avenger reboot. Sorry, Peter Dinklage. Hold on, guys.
Checking accounts.
Aren't you in the Hall of Fame?
Do the stupid little commercial right here. I ain't paying for none of that.
Is stress making headaches keeping you down? Is stress making you look ugly and old?
Hi, as you can see, I'm a doctor. Certified. I have a headache. I reach for the brand of medicine that works the best.
Lidoxapetamine, hydroxyl.
He came to us with those headaches, and we ran some tests. This is a very advanced case of. There is a drug treatment available for this. It's very new and wildly expensive, but your insurance will probably cover it.
My name is Winston Goose, and I've been working for you for
Yeah,
13
bacon.
years. What can I do for you? I'm sick, so BT insurance won't help.
What is it you do for us?
Hygiene services, mop shop. What? Mop shop. What? We're gonna sort this out, my man.
Fire him again. Jesus Christ. Mom shot.
Oh man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'm gonna like that movie. I'm into that shit. That shit look pretty metal, dude. He's ripping his arm off. I mean, you look at him, it's like kind of scary in a way. It's kind of like Wolverine running around, like, ah, fuck, this little like swole like dwarf coming out of you, you know, with a looks like it's got like the toxic the mop is like a sword at the end of it now, you know, and he's ripping people's shit off and chopping their jaw off with it. It's like a emerald, you know, gem or something. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out. And Kevin Bacon's funny. Looks like that was the lady from Happy Gilmore too. Happy Gilmore's lady. Yeah. Yeah, you know I will, DJ. What's up, brother? Thanks for stopping by. Let's see here. I love those fine pins and erasers for the little bits. Yeah, man. And there's also like the mechanical ones too. That's another thing I use too. The mechanical. I don't have it right here, man. But any of the mechanical erasers, that was a game changer for me. I just started using those too. I'm like, man, those things work really cool. And then I got one more trailer for you guys. I think you guys might dig this too. Okay. This looks really cool. Again, you guys probably have seen it, but you might not have. There's so much content out there now. Like it just, things just go right by us. So, let's get into it. This movie is called, Primitive War. Primitive War.
RT Vulture looking for SFC Baker.
Yeah, you found them.
You ordered, Sarge.
We all made some poor life choices, Baker. The old man would love to discuss the consequences with you.
Definite Predator vibes. One's got definite Predator vibes. I'm all with it.
3 days ago, I lost my Green Berets.
Jeremy Piven. Haven't seen him in ages. That guy, he used to be on. Yeah, he's funny.
There is something going on in that valley.
RT Vulture.
Reconnaissance is your business. And I need you all to
You know who would love this movie is your boy Zach. He'd be all about this shit.
find them for me.
What is it? Track. Is it our guys? No. Animal. Something big.
It ain't your average walk in the park. And it's like we're there now, man. We're there. We can make movies that look like Jurassic Park, you know, creature wise, that don't got to be fucking Jurassic Park, you know. I mean, they did you know, Peter Jackson's King Kong. I love that movie, but yeah,
Telling you guys, there's monsters out here.
look at them birds. Got feathers too, man. Isn't that cool? Got a little thing in his eye right there. I don't know. I think that movie looks pretty cool though. I think it's got a lot of potential, a lot of fun. You know, a lot of people it seems like a lot of new stuff's coming out about dinosaurs now, like with the whole feather thing, and some people were saying they weren't, you know, they were around not that long ago, like they weren't 65 million years ago. They were around, you know, sooner. You go down to like South America, I think it's either Chile or Peru, and they have these paintings on the wall with people riding these giant lizards, you know. So I don't know, man. And then like it's kind of hard to believe people sometimes, you know, like all the stuff they told us with Darwin and like Darwin and the whole like scientific, you know, academia community or just academia in general. They were hiding a lot of stuff, man. You know, like they were hiding the giant bones. They didn't want us to know that like there was Neanderthal bones and, you know, Homo sapien bones, and they wanted that theory of evolution to kind of keep going. You know, can't have all these different, you know, primates on the earth at the same time. No, that couldn't have happened. And they couldn't have been breeding with each other. Like, okay. The show I'm most excited for is Doro Hedro season 2. It's supposed to release sometime this year. What's that all about, man? Is that like a manga or something like that? Give me a pterodactyl movie. Yeah, you know, that would be pretty cool, right? Like a pterodactyl movie with like commandos riding them, like the Green Berets got them, and they're like fighting each other. Like that. What was that video game? It was like Panzer Dragon or something like that. That'd be cool. That movie, what was it? Christian Bale and McConaughey, was it Reign of Fire, and the young Gerard Butler. That movie was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a sucker for dinosaurs, King Kong, Godzilla. Another movie thing came out too. So I get little movie things I see, but Sam Neill, Jurassic Park fame, and a lot of wonderful horror movies. You know, he's done so many cool horror movies that we don't know about. He's coming over for the new King Kong versus Godzilla. You know, I follow him over on TikTok. He's a pretty funny guy. He's gonna be the big star of the next King Kong versus or King Kong and Godzilla, because now they're working together. I love those. I love that last King Kong Godzilla movie. I still gotta check out -1. I hear it's a tearjerker. Everyone's talking about that one, and it's on my to-do list. So, but yeah, man, I don't know. You guys gonna go check out the new Jurassic Park movie in July, or are you guys kind of over it, or I don't know. I know Scarlett Johansson, she just like wanted to be in the movie so bad. Like she was talking to Steven Spielberg, obviously he's a major producer of it, and she's like, I don't care. I'll be like, I just want to be in the movie, you know, like no matter what. So like, okay, here's a franchise. I have a feeling that movie is going to do really good. I have a feeling it's going to be really fun. Let's see here. Yeah, it's an anime. Doro Hedoro. Sorry, man. I'm horrible with words. It's one of my favorite manga series. It's cool seeing it animated. It's pretty crazy story, and the art is awesome. Yeah, man. It's you know, I'm not a real big fan of manga, but when I am, I think it's awesome. You know, and when they translate it from, you know, from comic to film or to anime, that's always cool when they could do it like a good job of like that translation. Sometimes it's kind of, you know, I'm not into One Piece. I'm not a fan of it or whatever. I've never really checked it out, but I've seen some stuff. I know nothing of One Piece. I've seen some stuff though online, like some trailers for the show. It looked kind of cool. Like they had like their version of Zoro in there. I don't know. It looked like he was like a badass. Yeah, I really hope that they do a Vampire Hunter D live action. I'd love to see that. I'd also love to see, I know it's not, I mean, it kind of is a manga, but not really, or anime, but a Castlevania movie. You know, they were gonna do that. I did like what I seen on Netflix, the first 2 seasons. Are you guys watching Devil May Cry? I watched a few episodes of that. I played the game, but I'm not really that deep into the lore. A lot of people were saying it's not really lore accurate, but I played part of the second game and then part of the third with Virgil and Dante, and I thought it was awesome. I thought it was a really cool, like, I love the set design and the concept. It's fucking metal. He's like a metalhead bounty hunter. He kind of reminds me of Hellboy a little bit. You know, he looks like a rocker from like the early aughts, you know. You know, I like his Devil Trigger where he turns into the big beast, you know. Definitely could relate with that with this big lug back here. So I don't know. I never really got into the lore too much though. but a lot of people are really pissed about it and they won't even fuck with the show. Now, I will say they're really doing a lot of like throwback, you know, they got Limp Bizkit's rolling on the trailer, and it definitely feels like early aughts vibes when you're watching it, but the action's pretty sick, dude. I'm not going to lie. It's fucking cool. It's an entertaining show. And then you got Kevin Conway, rest in peace. He's doing like the voice of the vice president on the show. He's doing a great job on the vocal performance. Kei Hayashida's art style, forgive me, part of my Japanese, pretty unique for manga. It's super sketchy and gritty, but detailed at the same time. Everything is drawn to, no photo / 3D backgrounds. That's cool, man. I love that. I heard Disney too is going to be they're going to really try to start pushing for hand drawn animation again, man. That's so cool. Like, I hope they start doing that again, you know. And they need to start like going to other they need to start like finding like fairy tales that are from other countries, you know what I mean? And not just fucking with shit, you know? Like, I don't know. Like doing the whole like race swap and gender bullshit and all that, just go somewhere, you know? Like what was it? Like they want to do an African thing. They do Lion King, and that's a total ripoff of like a Japanese like story called Kimba. You know, like why don't you go to Africa and just get an African tale? I'm sure there's thousands of them, you know. Love to see like just more stuff. Go to Australia, you know. Let's, you know, do some things different, you know, and do some animated stuff. Let's go. They did Coco. Coco was dope, but it wasn't hand drawn. It had a lot of Aztec and Mayan Day of the Dead shit. That was cool, but they could definitely still do another something with the Aztecs or the Mayan. They could do a Egyptian one. That would be cool. We haven't really got any Egyptian Disney movie stuff, you know. It doesn't got to be Disney either, though. I mean, it could be. There's just not that really big studios doing that type of kids family stuff right now. Or you know what would be cool would be a live action Gargoyles movie, or just like even an animated one too would be cool. But yeah, I don't know. They're dumb. Disney, like, they're sitting on a gold mine with Gargoyles, and they won't even make them like they can make tons of money on that. They can just print money with Gargoyles, and they're stupid. I don't know. But yeah, guys, man, I really appreciate you stopping by and saying hi and stuff, and checking out my bullshit. It means a lot. And I hope you guys have an awesome Easter. God bless you guys for stopping by and your family. And hope you have a good day tomorrow, or you know, it's an early morning right now, or what other parts of the world you're in. You know, you have a good time. Hey, Paulus, thanks for stopping by, man. And I guess I'm gonna shut her down now and try to get a little bit of rest. It's been a long day, and it's just fun coming on here and again hanging out. And yeah, thanks guys again. Always remember to be bold, be brave, and roll the bones to know your role. I'll see you guys next time.